Hello and welcome back to my office, Templars. Today I have a sad tale. It'll take a while. So, what has been happening in the world of my work? It has started well. I discovered a floppy diskette. A friend converted that to a USB drive. Here we have a USB drive. And the result is The Sniper, which was the first book I wrote when I started writing. Back in 1994, in January, is when this was written. And I printed it out. I'm using very, very thin paper here. But it's 200, 300, about 300 pages. And there is a lot of corrections to be done. There's a lot of errors of pacing, of introductions to new characters. There's various things that need to have a lot of work. So I'm going to have to rewrite the beginning. I'm going to have to inject a fresh 10 pages into the beginning, I think. I've got to have a second scene somewhere through the middle. And I've got to do quite a bit of work editing and cutting back some of the scenes in the middle. But, has to be said, I really enjoyed reading through it. It works very well as a thriller. So, I'm going to see what I can do with that. That hopefully will be all of next week, rewriting and so on, then it can go off. But that's not what's been a pain this week. What's been a pain this week has been Amazon. The bane of my life, Amazon. And you see, when Amazon started off dealing with authors, as a compensation for the fact that they made most authors' incomes drop by between 50 and 80%, they had this brilliant little scam whereby authors and others could get an associate membership with Amazon, which meant that every time somebody clicked through a link on the author's website, so I've got michaeljex.co.uk, I've got all of my titles on there. If you click on one of the books, it'll take you through to Amazon to be able to buy a copy. And every time that happens, a click through like that, resulting in a sale, means the author gets paid. Peanuts, but gets paid something. 0.2 or 0.02 pennies per click through, whatever it might be. But over the years, I've earned a few pennies, a few pounds from that. But a few years ago it just stopped. I suddenly discovered that nobody was clicking through from my website and connecting. And I know because every month Amazon writes a letter to associates and says, very sorry, you haven't accrued enough money to be paid anything this month, so we're not paying you anything. That all seems sort of fair, that's fine. I would just say it's typical that whenever you start to record a message, somebody knocks on the door. I've got rid of her. Anyway, so I have an associate's account with Amazon. The money stopped coming in, and I wanted to know why the money had stopped coming in. So I've tried to get in touch with Amazon. I've tried to log into my account. Nothing happened, so I contacted the Amazon support services many times in the last year or so, and I've had absolutely no result. They are basically not set up to support people who are supplying them with the goods they need to make all the money they make. So on the 17th of July, just about a month ago, I was sent another note from Amazon saying, you've earned no money. And I thought, right, well, it really is time I took this seriously. So I thought I would spend a few days trying to find out what was happening. I started writing to their support line. I was told, 17th, I was told to go through the FAQs, the frequently asked questions, to check the support pages. I did all that. I spent hours doing that. On the 23rd, having had no reply to emails and so on, I contacted them again. I was told I should change the password, so I changed the password. Then I was told, when I contacted them again and the issue was still there, they said, well, change the password again, so I changed the password. No one responded to any emails I sent for help. On the 29th, I chased them and got a support ticket raised. Ooh. I explained in detail all of the issues and said I need to have something done about looking at my account and finding out why. Well, that was the 29th. On the 30th, I had another message to them, tried to link the account, and every time I tried to log in, I got the email address, mobile number and password you're using is not connected to an associate's account. This is the email address and password, well, the email address anyway, that they were writing to monthly to tell me I had no money. On the 31st, I finally got some sort of reply to emails from the 29th. It told me to look at the support pages. It didn't make any suggestions or try to help. On the 4th, I had a reply to an email I sent to him on the 31st. It suggested removing all the cookies on my computer. I pointed out that actually it seems to be a problem their end. No reply to that email. I had a new email from a chap called Sarthak to tell me that I can log in to the customer services pages. I tried. No, I can't. I replied to the email to tell him. No response. I found a phone number and I called a useful lady. Oh, then there was the 5th, then there was the 7th, the 8th, the 11th, the 13th. I'm still trying to get it fixed. I must have spent in excess of 40 hours now trying to get this resolved. And it's a simple resolution. Someone at Amazon needs to look at my associate's account and reset it with my existing email and my phone number so that I can log into it. That's all. It's not a huge job, but Amazon has no staff who seem to be competent to follow through, to take responsibility for any issues that occur with their clients, and there seems to be absolutely no interest in passing information to other people so that someone else who is in the right position can resolve things. It is just a merry-go-round of rubbish, it really is. I have never, in all my 60 years, dealt with a company that was so utterly incompetent or uncaring. Right, that's my little rant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put up, because I'm documenting all of the things that I've been trying to do with Amazon, I'm going to put that on the internet so that other people who are trying to deal with them can see what happens. Maybe then they'll start to take notice. I very much doubt it though. The fact is they're the biggest company in the world and they don't care about someone like me who's worth peanuts to them. Hey ho! Right. So that's been my frustrating week. Basically spending many hours trying to get Amazon to respond to support tickets and help, and failing. So what else is new? Well, I've decided that it's about time I started doing reviews of books again. I have a number of books I've been reading recently and just haven't had time to put any reviews up on the internet. So I'm going to be doing reviews of Rebecca Tope's book, very good. I've got to do The Englishman, Sam Eastland's Siberian Red, very good book. I've got a whole bunch of books here. I really have got rather a lot. This is something I managed to pick up very cheaply recently by Pierre Lemaitre, and it is fascinating, The Great Swindle. So that's going to be the first one I think I write about. And that will be on Writerly Witterings, which is at writerlywitterings.com, which is my blog and writing site. Why am I going back to a blog and writing? Well, it does take a long time to edit all my videos when I'm doing YouTube and things here on Patreon. I like it, and I think it's a useful second string to my bow, being able to do videos. But it does take a lot of time and it does eat into my time for writing. So I thought if I did something to involve writing again, it'll improve my speed at typing and it'll get me more in the mood for doing writing myself. So that seems to me like a good idea. I think I'll be doing a lot more writing again. And that, I think, is pretty much it for now. It's so difficult trying to think of things to talk about generally, because at the end of the day we're all stuck indoors because of COVID. For me, I make videos and I write books, and so it's difficult to be able to talk about exciting things I've done because I haven't done anything exciting. But it's going to get more interesting soon because my wife has just given up her job working at the local school because she's not a teacher, she's someone who does cover work. So every time a teacher's off sick or away on a course, my wife will slip into that class and keep the class and make sure that everyone's happy, but without doing a ridiculous amount of teaching because she's not a qualified teacher. But it's really got to be just too much like hard work. Now that we're both approaching 60 years old, I said to her, look, there is no point going to work if it's something you really hate. And she said, yes, but we need the money. And I said, well, yes, we need the money, but it's not worth driving yourself into an early grave for it. So she's stopped. We have to find some additional funds from somewhere. I'm going to see if I can start doing more paintings. I'm going to do small 4 to 5 inch square paintings of Dartmoor and so on, which hopefully they may appeal to some people. I'm going to do more of my larger scale paintings too. I hope to get back to that today. It depends. I would have done 2 or 3 paintings in the last fortnight, but trying to get Amazon to give me any help has really taken all of my time. So paintings, and I hope to be able to read a little bit more as well. And then that really covers all of my life. There's only one other thing I should say, and that is the poor old hound about a month ago developed a complete failure of appetite and stopped eating. Literally just stopped eating. She didn't have any breakfast or supper. She is now back to normal. I don't think there's too many books and things in the way. She's just hidden on her bed behind there. But she's now fully back to normal, and the reason why is because we gave her wet meat. We gave her meats and things instead, and she seems to really like that, so that's good. Anyway, she's back to normal. I'm back to normal. I'm really enjoying going through the Sniper. I'm going to start writing the new sections for that very urgently because I need to get that off to my agent. And hopefully you'll be able to see the Sniper in bookshops or on the internet fairly soon. We can but hope. In the meantime, when I've got any further with Amazon, I'll let you know if I ever do get further. Cheers. Thanks again for your patronage. It is making a big difference to us, and I look forward to being back here in a month's time. Cheers. Take care.